Adizatu Ankara has been part of the school feeding program for 12 years. Every day, she ensures over 300 primary and kindergarten children receive a nutritious meal. That task begins here at the bustling Abubloshi market in Accra.
If you are going to the market all the time, it's stress. At the same time, you have a lot of money. If you buy it in bulk, it saves a lot. Immediately you ask, don't reduce it for me. And I'll buy it. What's on?
With just 1 cedi, 50 pesos allocated per child per school day, Adizatu must carefully bargain for food supplies to make every meal count. But her greatest challenge isn't in the market, it's the irregular payments from the program.
The term is only 3 months, like I say, for 4 months. So before you start the 5th month, you have to be paid the 4 months. But maybe the first term will end, you are getting to the end of the second term before the first term will be paid. That's the main challenge we are having.
Civil society groups say the issue goes beyond delayed payments, pointing to a broader lack of political will to sustain and improve social protection programs like the school feeding. As the December elections draw near, both the New Patriotic Party and the National Democratic Congress are offering competing solutions. The NPP, under the leadership of Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, is banking on their digitalization agenda to streamline and improve the program. Doris Gaba, a member of the NPP's Manifesto Committee on Gender, explains the party's vision.
People are paid for cooking, and you are looking at value for money. You don't want to pay somebody who hasn't cooked. So it's the key issue, the key focus of this MIS is to ensure that data is accurately captured from the school level to the district level, to the regional level, and to the national level. So as best as possible, you capture those who have cooked. And we are working with our stakeholders who are GES and then the MNDAs. And I believe these are very responsible officers who will ensure that the right thing is done.
Doris added that when the NPP came into power in 2016, enrollment on the program was around 1.6 million, but has now increased to some 4 million children. This number is expected to increase through the full rollout of the e-feeding system.
It is a desire of the government that there's even 100% coverage, because who do you leave out? You see, people always say the food is small, but is that we are feeding little tummies. And a child comes to school, she hasn't eaten. Believe me, she's grateful for that food that she eats to keep her at least from break time till she closes at 1 or 3 to go home.
The largest opposition party, the NDC, among other proposals, is promising to enact the Social Protection Act within their first 2 years in office. Nana Oye Bampuado is the chairperson on the NDC Manifesto Committee on Gender and a former Minister for Gender, Children and Social Protection.
At the Social Protection Act within 2 years, realistically, looking at the processes to get a bill through cabinet and then through parliament, maybe a minimum of 2 years. That I think that would be a realistic time frame to look at adoption of a Social Protection Act.
The NDC is also hoping to solve one of the major challenges caterers like Adiza face, an increase from the current allocated amount of 1 cedi 50 pesos per child.
The school feeding had been increased to 10 Ghana cedis, yes, during NPP, yes, then we can talk. 1 cedi 30 pesos is pathetic in terms of an increase, and NPP should not even be talking about it. They shouldn't even be talking about it in the first place, more so making a comparison, knowing very well that inflation has diminished the value of the cedi.
The Citizens Manifesto, spearheaded by Send Ghana, a civil society organization which was created through dialogues and engagement with stakeholders to influence political parties' manifestos for the social sector, highlights a key demand from citizens to government: the need to provide sustained financing for social protection. Mohammed Tajuddin Abdullahi is the programs officer for Send Ghana.
You and I know how our flagship social protection program suffer. The Livelihood Empowerment Against Poverty program, and we know that many of the times payments are delayed because we do not have the funds readily available. The school day feeding program, we cannot count the number of times that caterers had to go on strike just because they hadn't been paid their allowances and all of those things. All of these things happen because as a country, we do not have that guaranteed funding, such that government can always draw funds to kind of support in the implementation of the flagship program.
Both the NDC and the NPP, who have supervised the program, have touted their achievements towards ensuring the school feeding program is sustained. But many CSOs believe a lack of political will backtrack all successes chalked.
Social protection is supposed to be as something that is supposed to be the right of the citizens. But over the time, we are seeing that sometimes government actions towards some of these programs appears that it's a kind of favor we are doing the people. Like we mentioned, the free SHS, it has been something that the current president has been promising to implement if he was given the mandate of the people. When he won power, I think in the first term of his government, he implemented it. Regardless of how bad it's been implemented, some people are benefiting from it. So it is all about political commitment.
As voters prepare to head to the polls, the future of the school feeding program hangs in the balance, with caterers like Adizatu hopeful the promises made today by the political parties will lead to lasting change tomorrow. Reporting for GHOne News, I am Nadima Umar Uthman.